Coming to you live from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios, it's the Cigar Pulpit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm the Bishop of Burn Nick, and today I'm going to be joined by Shawn Beaudry, who recently went down to Florida for a couple of cigar events. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of catch up with Shawn and find out how those events went. One of them was the Smoke This event that was hosted by Sabor Havana. And if you recall, back in October when I went to Miami, I spoke with the owner of Sabor Havana about that event. So Shawn actually listened to the show, bought a ticket, and went to the event. So I thought it'd be fun to find out how the event went. But then he also went to another event at Smoke on the Water, and that was an Aladino event. And so, you know, it's kind of one of those, let's just find out how the trip went. So anyway, I'm going to pivot, and we'll go into that, and I will see you all. And I'm joined today by Shawn Beaudry. How you doing, Shawn?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well, buddy. You're coming to us from what, the Hyatt, the Marriott?
Oh, Holiday Inn Express.
You're not a cigar expert. You stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night, or however the thing is going.
Doing a little traveling, for work, and came up to some of the hospital up 2 hours north of me. So,
oh God! So it's even colder where you are than where you are at home.
It's about the same, but it is what it is. So we'll get by, you know.
What is the current temperature out there?
I don't know. It was actually warm today, above freezing, so like 37 or so.
Yeah, we got to like 40 something today. They're talking like 70 degrees for Christmas here this year.
Really?
Yeah. There's some really weird like warm front thing hitting, and we're gonna be looking like right around 70 for Christmas, and it's gonna extend all the way into the early part of 2026. So I'm like, this is great. I mean, yeah. I'm thrilled. But
do you have any snow?
Not anymore. All the snow that hit. So like we had all that snow that we got right after Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that hung on for the longest time because it was just so cold that it never melted. And but I think by now it's pretty much gone. If there's any left, it was one of those giant mounds where the plows like put it all. Yeah. And it's like this big now, you know. So
okay. It melted down. Yeah. We got about a foot or so on the ground. Steady. Bigger banks, yeah. But anyways, that's why we get away all the time. And I lived vicariously through you this past weekend. Went down to Miami after your Miami show. So
yeah. I was gonna say, which explains the trip to Miami. So before we get into that, you can't smoke because you're in a hotel room, but I can. And so I'm going to. So I am going to be firing up the Villiger limited edition number 51. It's a 6 5/8 by 52 with an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper and Dominican binder and filler. And it's got the little torpedo-y kind of head, but it's not a full torpedo-y head. It's like a stunted kind of stubby torpedo-y head. So I think that was something special about that.
Straight?
Yeah, I'm going to straight cut that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to get that straight cut there because, you know, I mean, I guess you can V-cut the torpedo, but it's weird. It's weird.
I always go straight on that.
Yeah.
And then living vicariously through you, if I had a cigar, I did on the, was it Cigar Authority? Was it last week or the week before? I'm still trying to get caught up. They had the little puros where Agranosa leaf.
Oh, that was... I don't know when that was recently. I'm behind as well. You're calling me out. I'm behind as well.
No, I didn't mean to call you out. Anyways, it did that, and it was like I did it a couple times in the past, but it's like smoking the two separately and what you like.
Yeah, I've never done that with Terrence before, so I'm super excited that they put those in the pack so that I can do it with the show because I've never done. I mean, the one time Terrence came through St. Louis and did it at a local shop, I was busy. I'm trying to think. I think I may have had my son that weekend or something like that to where I just couldn't get away for it. And Yeah, so I've never done that. So
It's a fun experience. Then, I was, smoking one, and you start the other one, and then you're smoking both of them, and it's like, okay, it just gives you a good educational experience on what goes into their tobacco at different mixes and everything. And
yeah.
so mentally, I'm having their supreme leaf. I went through my humidor, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to straighten up a little bit, and ended up, I'm like, I have all these Supreme Leafs going back how many years? There's a
Oh
couple out of
wow.
each one. So I like stocked them up, and there was one that they had a limited edition. They're all the same cigar, but different sizes. So yeah, and I found one that I got. It was like a Germany release
Yeah,
or something. So anyways, I've been on a kick like every other day having one of those. So
must be nice.
yeah, well, it's you smoke what you like.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Well, I'm
Yeah.
going to cut my cigar, and the official cutting is brought to you by twoguyscigars.com. That's the number two, guyscigars.com. Two Guys have been around for 40 years, and they are the trusted name in the cigar industry. Everybody knows Two Guys, but if you don't, please give them a try. You won't be sorry. Family owned and operated, twoguyscigars.com does the very best to provide a great selection, fair prices, and excellent customer service. So head on over to twoguyscigars.com for your next cigar purchase. Tell them that the Cigar Pulpit sent you. And remember, that's the number two, guyscigars.com. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and cut my cigar now. Yeah, no, that's fun. I like digging through the humidor. You find all kinds of fun shit. I've been doing that lately here too. And every once in a while, I find something I'm like, what is this still doing here? And you're not going to
Where'd that
last
come
too much
from?
longer.
What was it? I came across the other day. What was it? I think it was Espinosa's did a wasabi cigar.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I went and found, still had some cigars in there. So it's like, oh, okay. I'll. Do the Candela.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
So, anyways, I'll let you get your cigar
Sorry.
going, but
Yeah. Sorry.
sorry, I was like, oh, I'm
No, you're
watching
fine.
you craving.
It
But I think this goes back, I don't know, it was a couple of months ago when you went to Miami.
was
Was it
October, and
October?
yeah, so I went down there,
Yep.
and I went and spoke with the gentleman who owns Sabor Havana, and they were promoting their event, the Smoke This event, and that was
Hmm.
going to be the launch of their bar and everything like that. And so that was in the episode, and you messaged me like right after that came out.
Yeah. Are you going down? I'm all about, going to cigar events and
Yeah,
traveling and doing all this. So I just figured, you might, be heading back down. And it's like, no, can't, kids or whatever. I'm like, okay. So I asked my wife,
yeah,
Marlene, do you want to go to Miami in December? Sure.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's so
Twist my arm with a
yeah,
foot of
yeah,
snow
yeah. We'll
outside.
get
Yeah,
all tall. But the thing is, you got to remember, you know, women and Christmas, the prepping, the cooking, the baking, and everything. Anyways, she's retired now, so she got
yeah.
all her. I'm almost done. I like certain cookies, so we kind of went through. I ate those already, but
Okay, okay,
it's like,
okay. All right. All right, you can't throw that out. Now we got to have
uh,
that discussion. Rabbit hole discussion. What are
okay.
your favorite Christmas cookies?
I don't know if it'd be classified. I do not like sugar cookies. Do not like them.
I love a good sugar cookie. But
It,
see, I
it has
don't
to
like
be.
it's got to be soft. I don't want like the super like break it and like crack my teeth sugar cookie. It's got to be a soft sugar cookie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
soft sugar cookie. I'm okay with,
Dude, there's
but
a
is it my
hotel chain
favorite?
and I'm sorry. There's a hotel. I stayed at it in Champaign, Illinois a handful of times forever ago for a training thing.
Hampton Inn.
And no, I don't remember. It was a nice hotel. And they had these sugar cookies. And there was something about them. And you're gonna think you're gonna hear this and you're gonna be like, that sounds fucking weird. But it was so good. I don't know if they put like a little sprinkling of like cornmeal into the cookie batter or something. It
Okay.
almost had a slight cornbready kind of like component to the cookie.
Mhm.
Dude, it was unreal. I mean, let's put it this way. I didn't get the way I am by ignoring those cookies. Like every time I went up, it was a monthly seminar thing for like, however many months, and I had to go up for it. And it was always like,
You got the sugar cookies at home? Oh, they do, you know. So like I'm taking like 3 home for the drive home and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah.
And you don't make it out of the parking lot.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh, I'm just fucking cookie monster over here, you know.
Yeah.
So
I guess
he's my spirit animal.
yes, Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
When it comes to Christmas cookies, I guess
Okay.
anything like peanut butter base with I'm not a big Hershey Kiss guy. I don't like
Okay.
straight. Put a Rolo in there. Put anything else. I'm
Everybody does
good.
the peanut butter cookie with the kiss on top.
Yep,
That's a very
it's
traditional Christmas cookie, I feel.
it is. But this year, my wife made fudge, which you have to limit it because it's just
Oh yeah.
just sugar. So you limit that. But my favorite is I don't know, like the peanut clusters, I guess.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
peanuts mixed in with chocolate, and it's like you just kind of I don't know. I went through
Brandon,
a container of those.
have you
So
ever been to the Uranus Fudge Factory?
no.
So there's one in Missouri. It's about 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours from me here. And there's one just north of Indianapolis. The one in Indianapolis is smaller than the one in Missouri. But
Okay.
the Uranus Fudge Factory, it's where you walk in and they're like, hi, can we pack your fudge for you today? And it's that whole it's all the like
They just dive
dude,
right
it's
into it.
every joke you could think of, but they lean into it hard and they make like a little town, and it's the town of Uranus, and they have their own little newspaper, and it's the Uranus Examiner. And fuck, I don't have it here in my notebook. I have a thing. They have a dentist slash proctologist office where you can get like taken care of at both, and everything. I mean,
Depends.
dude, I'm telling you, it's the best. Like it, and their fudge is really freaking good. So,
Okay.
if at any point, for some random reason, you find yourself generally near Indianapolis, I would think that would probably be the easier one for you. That one, yeah, no, the Uranus Fudge Factory. It's got some good fudge.
You've seen, like reels of it, where they just lean into it hard and
Dude,
yeah.
if you Google it and you go to their like social media and everything, like it's a good time. They're
Okay.
fun. They're fun. So
Yeah.
anyway, sorry. You're getting me thinking
No,
of
it's
fudge.
just
I haven't
cookies,
had
yeah.
dinner yet, so they're making me think of like
Oh,
fudge
sorry.
and cookies and all that. I'm just like, cookie,
I didn't know how we got down that, but yeah.
There we
So that
go.
was yeah,
Yeah.
Christmas cookies. Oh,
Hmm.
anyways, so she was a little hesitant about going because it's like, oh, I want to get it's me and her,
Yeah.
or her and I, and it's like, who cares? The house is clean. You clean,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
cookies are done. The tree is up. Day after Thanksgiving, brought it down. There's a couple gifts underneath there. That's it. So, anyways, so she was all about it. So, and we went down on Thursday. It was a long day. There was mechanical issues in Chicago, so we finally got down and basically grabbed something to eat from this. It must be like a little chain chicken place down there, but it was good. And then we just went to bed. Next day, got up. I worked that morning remotely, and then we went over. You stopped in the episode. You mentioned Pina Cigars.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
With the ladies that did the lighting and the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah. So I was, well, first of all, we, pop in the address and everything, and we end up getting to the rear of the building, and there's like a security guard back there. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, it's
we're
like a
getting free
strip
deal.
mall, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He goes, you have to go around to the other side. So we went over to the other side, and I'm like, I see, markers in the parking lot, cigars and everything. And I'm like, where the hell is it?
Right
So
in that corner.
it's right in the corner, wedged in
Yeah.
there. So
And
walked
it's
in
not
there.
a big place.
No, but it was I think they do looking at the selection, I mean, there was nothing that I saw that was crazy expensive, not high
Yeah.
end. So
Yeah.
it was, right, in the sweet spot, it was 10
Yeah.
bucks. So we go in there, cute little shop, lady comes running up, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no hablo español.
Oh, remind me when this is done. I have a Miami story that just happened this week that I have to convey that goes right to the heart of what you're talking about. So,
And
okay.
she like looked at me panicked, is like, what is this guy doing in my shop? And I'm like, hey, you were on, featured on, the Cigar Pulpit and everything. And she's like, she didn't know what the hell I was saying.
He's got no clue.
So she ended up calling up the other person. And anyways, we got a couple cigars, and we were going to sit down. Oh, and get this, I love my wife dearly. I do love her.
Oh no.
Anyways,
When you're starting like that, I know where
yeah,
this
I,
okay.
which is cool. She's always looking for this right size. It's almost like a short Corona,
Sure.
type cigar. And we're going through, and they had, I don't know if it was, anyways, little dollar sticks.
Yeah.
That they probably empty it out and make blunts out of it. You know,
Yeah.
so she's like, well, let me try one of those. I'm like, great, because usually her taste is a little bit higher, and I'll loop back to that. So, anyways, well, I grabbed a Villiger cigar, and we sat down. They come running over with 2 cups of Cuban coffee.
That awesome coffee.
Well, if you're a coffee drinker, maybe, and they set it down, and I'm
Are
like,
you not?
no,
Oh, I didn't realize that.
no, Diet
Okay.
Pepsi, water, and Crystal Light is basically my go-to.
Okay. Okay.
So we're sitting there, and I'm like, and Marlene's like, no, and I'm like, oh, okay. She, boom, she's pounding these
Oh
Cuban coffees,
God.
or drinking them, and that. So we just sat there. We had these nice leather chairs right in the front, had a nice little
Okay. Yeah.
conversation and everything. And I think at that time I texted you. I'm like, hey, where'd you eat? And you're like, oh, try this place in the parking lot.
Yeah. The Cuban place in the parking lot.
Cuban, yeah, La Carreta.
That sounds
Anyways, it
about
was
right.
it was like a family restaurant, and I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. They had like
I
a
go
little, when you walk up, there's like a little window on the side where you can order
window,
right
but
there
then
at the
the other
window, but
side
then
is
you,
like a family restaurant.
yeah, you go into the restaurant part to sit
Yep.
down and eat. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So it was great. So we went in there, we sat down, and
English is a thing there too, by the way.
it wasn't too bad. We had a waiter that was good,
That's
and
good.
ordered up some croquetas.
Okay.
It's like ham and chicken and steak and that. So, anyways, as an appetizer, and then I saw on the menu it had like a little star that was featured, a bolche. It's like a Cuban pot roast with a sausage in it.
Oh,
So, and then I went back to thinking, I'm like, oh, I'm going to try that. And then I remember West Tampa had a Bolche Boulevard.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
tied it in. So I'm like, okay, we're going to go with Scar theme. So we ended up having that. I mean, we had so much food. I took half my pot roast home. So
Awesome.
yeah, it was a good time. And
I
then
had
we
a
just, oh,
Cuban, I'm sorry, I had a Cuban sandwich there, but it was different in that they added chorizo to it.
yep. They like the
Oh,
chorizo.
that was
Yep.
amazing. I regretted it when I laid down and tried to go to sleep that night,
Ooh, a gut
but
bomb.
yeah, it kind of came back at me a little bit. But at the time, well, aces, aces.
Yeah, I did regret. I wish I would have got that and then brought that home, but you can't do it all.
And that's the problem with eating when you're on the road like this is you're right. You can't do it all. And you don't want to have a whole bunch of shit in like a hotel fridge, because like
Yeah, and they'll just throw it away later. You
half the
know.
time the hotel fridge doesn't even work. So it's like, ugh. Yeah, yeah. So
So that was a cool little restaurant. Thank you for the suggestion. And then
I'm glad you liked it.
yeah, definitely. I mean, we could have gone to Popeyes, or we could have, done whatever, but that was I mean, it was perfect,
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
situation. And then everything's 15, 20 minutes, because everything's in Durrell, which is on the
Yes.
back end of the airport away from Miami. So
Yep.
we went up to where you went, that Sabor, was that, no, was it
Sabor
Sabor
Havana.
Havana?
Yes.
Yes. So, anyways, went in there, walked in the front door. So when you were there, they didn't open up the back lounge yet, right? They were still finishing.
they were still working on it. People were sitting back there, like that's where
Uh-huh.
we did the interview and everything. But
Oh,
it was way under construction at the time.
okay. So
Yeah,
they basically painted the walls. I didn't know if they had the like a little bit of a fake um drop ceiling in the area, very Art Deco on the
yeah.
side.
He talked
Um,
about that a little.
yeah, and then
Yeah,
they had which was different. Usually air conditioning comes from above. They have air conditioning on along the wall that kind of, goes from there. So it's more direct, I guess. So anyways, that was neat. The bar was great. The bartender was just it was their official soft opening with the bar and everything. So
okay.
that was good. And we just kind of sat and chilled. And then we were sitting at the bar, then a couple chairs opened up when we sat down, and it's is it Nimish Patel? What's his brother, the bigger one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nish.
Nish?
Nish.
Yeah.
Well, they might be two separate people. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
can't think of the one brother. Anyways, the bigger one with the bald head. So he was
yeah.
there, but he was on his phone and stuff. And we ended up talking about the Packers a little bit because he grew up in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And that, so we were, I said, "Oh, do you guys still have the box at Lambeau Field?" And he goes, "Oh, we never had a box. We just had the four seats on the 30-yard line." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. That might, then whatever." But anyways, we
Yeah.
sat there for a couple hours, had a bunch of cigars, and then we went back. And then Saturday we ended up getting up, and she goes, "Well, what time do you want?" They had a weird start time. It was 1:11.
Okay. That is an
Yeah.
odd start time.
And so the night before, I'm asking, what's this? Oh, it's supposed to be good luck or some. I'm like, okay, I get
Okay.
it. You just a little play on words or
Yeah.
numbers, I guess. So, anyways, we the night before during their soft opening, they had a, I don't know, a charcuterie table basically, and they had
Oh,
that ham leg, and the guy was doing thin cut, was it prosciutto? Well,
yeah.
yeah. So he just doing that. That's all he did. And he was like
Ooh,
folding. Yeah, I loaded up
that
on
sounds
that.
delightful.
It
Yeah.
is. We're talking all that food and you're hungry.
Yeah,
So
I know. I know.
perfect.
It's like I like
Yeah.
I like
So that was
charcuterie.
kind of
Yeah.
something cool that they had during that, the grand opening. The next day I said, well, let's get there, I don't know, a little after 1 because we found out that, okay, they limit. So the next day, Saturday, is smoke this. So that's what he was kind of promoting on your show and everything. And they had a VIP that got to go in like a half an hour early to go trick or treating to get their stuff and everything. But we were just standard VIPs, the regular
Oh,
tickets.
okay.
So
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know there were levels of VIP. My God.
But I guess the extended VIP, I guess you got a couple extra cigars or something extra, but
Okay.
but that sold out like when they opened up for tickets back in June. And so
Oh, gotcha.
yeah. But anyways, they only have like I forgot what he said, like 400 or 500 people total. So it was not overly so kind of like a New England Cigar Festival
Yeah, that's a
amount
fair
of
amount of
people.
people for that place, though. Were
Well,
they
not for
spilling
the
out in the
place.
parking lot?
No. So they blocked off the road going out the lounge end. So they
Yeah.
blocked off the road, put this huge tent up, and then put tables and you kind of walk in and walk around and that. So he got about 40 cigars
Not
for the
bad. Yeah.
no, I figure
That's
yeah.
a good amount.
But yeah, so everyone was giving you like two cigars. I was marking down. There was one that only gave one, and I'm like, okay, but you
Cheap
still ended
ass.
up with like 40 or 41 cigars. So,
Yeah.
but the food, I was because everything was included. They had liquor tasting set tables. They had beer, and then they had for the food, which I was pretty impressed. They had sushi,
Okay.
traditional tacos, where they grill it and then they take the take the tortilla shell and just like scoop up some meat and throw some cilantro and everything
Yeah.
on it. They had
Okay.
pizza that was from what is it? Like a fireplace type thing.
Like
So
a stone fire or like
don't fire. Yeah.
okay, yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
is it called? Coal fired or
That
whatever. So
yeah.
they had the machine. So they were just doing pizzas for that. And then they had slider station.
Okay.
So the food was good and everything. The
That sounds
band,
good actually, yeah.
yeah, it was really good. Uh, um, so it was long. You can imagine like a thin street, a one-way street length, but you had everything lined up around the outside. In the center, you had tables, which is nice to be able to sit. But in the middle, they ended up having a band. In the band, I thought it was a DJ at first, but these guys were pretty good. They were just doing classic rock songs, for the
Yeah.
I don't know, people participating, that are there. They're not, they weren't doing any goofy hip hop or anything. So
I was
it
gonna
was just,
say they were definitely playing to the crowd of,
yeah,
you know,
catering to the age appropriate
right,
music or the
right.
80s and 90s type stuff, but they did
Yeah.
a good job. But it was inside. We've ended up finding a table to sit down and everything, and getting all of the cigars organized and put in bags and eating, and we're hanging out just kind of listening. And but we had a hard time. There was like a couple other couples at these like 8-foot tables, and you're trying to talk to them, and it was just too loud and
Yeah.
echoing with the people. And it was like, okay, so we ended up going outside. They had some tables set up. So we went outside, ran into Hector. Hector was there with Villiger
Hey,
Cigar. And then he's like, I told him to give you my number. I go, Hector, we just didn't have time. He goes,
yeah.
oh, I said, oh, we went to Pina Cigars. I would have ran over there. I'm like,
I
I
gave you his
appreciate that.
number.
I know you did, but it was
Okay.
like, yeah, he's working,
I know,
so
I know, I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm always conscious. So, anyways, he gave me a little bit of crap,
He would
but
have been good. He
it's,
could have done for you what he did for me, which is translate back and forth. It would have
yeah,
been a much, much more, exciting experience. Although, man, I'm telling you, anybody who goes to Miami, if you don't speak English or Spanish, you got to get the AirPods for the instant translate. It would make I'm looking forward to that so much for next time. But anyway,
yeah. So, what's your story about
all
your local story regarding translation or loss in translation?
right. So we'll pause your story for a moment and we'll pivot to mine.
Yeah.
So, what day was that? Well, it was yesterday, so Monday. Monday the 15th was Vivian Aroa's birthday, Husto's wife over at
Yeah.
Aladino. And Trey Mack messages me, proceeds to remind me, which I knew. That's the one thing Facebook is good for, is telling you people's birthdays. But
Minders.
anyway, so he reminds me, and he says she really likes lava cakes. I think we're gonna blast the office with lava cake deliveries. And I'm like, I'm down for this because I did it back for Husto's birthday way back when. We blasted the office with McDonald's because he loves McDonald's so much. And the guy got like 4 or 5 different. I mean, it was crazy. And the worst part was it was a Friday in Lent, so we couldn't even eat it all. So like it was, and nobody thought about that. Like if I would
Yeah.
have thought about it, I just sent like
Big
four
fish
fillet.
sandwiches.
I had to say I had done like 4 fillet of fishes instead, but nah, I got him like double quarter pounder and shit. But anyway, whatever. So so I realize Domino's Pizza has lava cakes.
Yep.
So I go in the Domino's app, type in my address, namely the Aladino office address. I order these lava cakes. Their delivery fee there is much higher than mine. So by the time it's all said and done, $16 later, there's some lava cakes heading to their office. And I'm watching the little tracker. I'm seeing the little car getting closer and closer. And then I see it kind of just stop right there. And I'm like, okay, why aren't they delivered yet? Then I get the phone call from Marathon, Florida. And I'm like, oh, God, I bet this is my delivery driver. And I pick up. I'm like, hello, this is Nick. Like, I don't speak Spanish, but it was the fastest, quickest, most frantic Spanish ever. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And they're like, Nick, Nick. And I'm like, and I could tell it's like an older woman. And I'm like, yes. And of course, I start doing the fucking gringo thing where I speak louder because that will help them understand me, right? Is my volume level. So, like, I mean, there was idiocy all around in this thing, and I'm totally included in it. So she just starts spouting off all this Spanish at me. And I'm like, I don't understand. Deliver, Vivian. And Nick. And I'm like, no, Vivian. And she's just going on and on and on. And finally, I'm like, at one point, standing in my living room, practically yelling into my phone, no hablo español, like whatever, right? It's so fucking dumb. And and I can tell context clues are everything. And you can pick up by the speed and the tone. This woman was not happy with me. And finally, at some point, I hear Husto, like kind of off in the corner. So I'm like, Husto. I'm like yelling in the phone. And then finally, like, I can tell she passes the phone to him. And he's like, hello. And I'm like, Husto, hello. I'm like, Husto. He goes, yeah. And I'm like, this is Nick from Cigar Pulpit. Oh, Nick. And I'm like, it's for you. Oh, okay. So next day, they hang up. So now I get a text from him like maybe 2 minutes later thanking me, saying, oh, how nice it was and blah, 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 and all that. So I call Trey Mac. I'm like, dude, you got a problem. And he goes, what? And I'm like, my cakes were just delivered. I said, that delivery driver doesn't know a single effing word of English. And anybody you're having send cakes over, they need to either A, speak Spanish, or B, the office needs to be prepared for this because they're going to have this woman showing up because she's out. By the way, this is the other thing. Apparently in Miami, when they deliver food, they don't get out of the car. They park in the parking lot and lay on the fucking horn. Because, like, I can hear her on the phone in the beginning of this call laying on the horn. Like, she's, like, honking at me, basically saying, I'm on the parking lot. Come get your food. But, like, I didn't understand that because it was Spanish, right? So, anyway, yeah. So I'm telling him, like, you need to make them prepared. So, apparently it got worse. And the long and short is if you ordered through DoorDash, everything was fine. If you ordered through Grubhub or Domino's, it went to shit. And so somebody else ordered through Domino's. And that woman ended up going back there and called the person, and they're having the same problem, no English, blah, 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 and all that. And she just like started screaming something. And the woman and the lady inside the Aladino office is looking out the window, and she sees this woman just lay on the gas, burn the tires, like squealing out, and just rip ass out of the parking lot. And the person who sent that order got a message from Domino's saying that they canceled the order and never order from us again. So I think we accidentally got the Aladino office banned from that Domino's pizza, like right up the block from them. But Vivian got cakes, and that's
She got lava cakes.
She got a lot of cakes. Evidently, it was not to the point that Husto like sent Trey Mac a message saying like, "Bro, you need to stop this. My blood sugar's gonna go crazy." And and Trey Mac told me that, and I said, "Well, what the hell's he eating them for? It's not his birthday."
Yeah,
So but anyway, so that is my Miami translation story from this week. So
first world problems.
Different world problem. I'll tell you what, man, like I don't know if you thought it, but it was told to me before I went down, and I fully agree with it. And I don't mean this in a negative way. I just mean it in a matter of fact way. Miami is a country in and of itself within the United States. It is a different place. Like it is not, when you think of the United States, Miami is not that. It's like if you were to take like a Central American country and just bloop, plop it right there in the middle of Florida, or well, the tip of Florida, Yeah. It's a crazy environment, man. It's fun, but it's crazy.
Yeah. It's something else.
Mm-hmm.
But that's funny. So
yeah. So okay. So did you enjoy the smoke this like overall? Like was it fun? Would you do it again? Was it like
yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun. Nice selection of food in there. It was like you go to Cigar Pulpit, or was it Pulpit Fest, or you go and people, where you can visit with them. You're reconnecting and everything. That was the one thing that I kind of missed out. We're talking with some people that were there solo and with just small talk and everything, but it's like you don't have that I don't know, like a family connection, you
You don't
know?
have the tie. Yeah.
You don't have that tie, you know? So, like
Well, yeah,
with
when you go to the expo, you get to see all the
you,
people you
you
know there, and it's like, yeah.
bounce around and visit. When you go to Pulpit Fest, you get, hey, how are the ticket sales after did you ever give a recap? Did you sell
No, I haven't.
VIP?
So we did sell what we sold through that period of time, that Black Friday special time.
Yeah.
For anyone that did not get it then, they will be going back on sale in the spring sometime, whenever they normally would have gone on sale. They'll come back on sale. But VIP is sold out.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
at this point, VIP is sold out, and we did sell 20% of the general admission tickets as well.
Oh, good.
So, for anybody who's interested in coming down to Pulpit Fest, later, well, it'll be October of next year. Yeah, when I tell you that the tickets go on sale, people, you got to jump on it because quite a few people did. So,
Yeah.
it's
Well, that's
good.
good.
Yeah.
And that's a fun time because it's a lot of
And I
you,
will,
you know the people, you
and
know?
going to what you're saying, the names that all signed up, the ones that jumped on it and everything like that,
Yeah.
a lot of familiar faces, man. Like that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's I think it is kind of a reunion, an annual reunion now at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's where we're getting with it. So and I'm happy about that because it's people that I want
What
to hang
is,
out
and
with.
then if you do have new people, they're not they're
Great.
not they're not new for long.
Mm-hmm.
You end up talking and I like the size too. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like
Well, yeah,
you're
because you go to this thing and it's 500 people. I
yep.
mean, that's a lot of
Yeah.
people.
And same with New England Expo.
Yeah.
You got 400 people, but the thing is, I don't know, you get to know people, and get to
Yeah.
hang out and and that. So, but anyways, so yes, but I would yeah, it was a great little getaway before Christmas
Yeah.
and and it was I think it was pretty reasonable. I mean, for the cigars you got and for the food I was very, very happy. So I would
Good.
suggest doing that. I would definitely sit outside just to keep
Yeah.
away from, I mean, it started sprinkling a little bit, but nothing too bad. So
Yeah.
it's like that. And then afterwards, oh, so the Aladino girls, Cousteau's was doing like a little reel. Hey, smoke on the water in Weston, Florida. We're going to do the preview or the what is it? The grand open or what is it called? Premiere of
Premiere. Yeah.
hand roll, Aladino, and I'm like, well, let me look, So I pull up, and it's like after this, it's like, oh, it's a 30-minute drive. That ain't bad. So we ended up going up to
Oh
Smoke
boy.
on the Water. So
Yeah.
next time you're down there, definitely go to this lounge/bar. It
And that's
is
over in Weston.
Weston, yeah. So it's a beautiful little
Um,
area. It's a standalone building overlooking like a little, I don't know, I would call it a pond. And then
yeah.
they have like a little amphitheater next door to it or a band shell.
Okay.
Anyways, they were doing a Christmas concert, when we pulled up.
Oh, cute.
Went inside, ended up watching like the Army Navy game. I think we ordered like a flatbread pizza, and we're just and then I'm like, okay, where are they going? How is this going to work, or is it just going to be? So, anyways, talked to the guy, and he goes, "Yeah, we're having an private Aladino premiering the hand rolled movie." And I'm like, "Okay." We saw it first at the PCA, half of
You
it.
did.
Yeah, and we got a little snippet of it at Pulpit Fest. So this was the final thing. So I'm like, I go, give us 2 tickets. We'll do it. So with the ticket price, you had they give you like a little 5 or 6 pack. What's the little Aladino pack? It has one of each. Is it 5 or 6?
Oh, it's that little like Rothschild pack or
Yeah.
whatever, the little
Yep.
one. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. I think that might have been.
Kind of like slightly bigger or smaller than Robusto.
No, they were Robusto and or were they church? I don't know. I started opening it, then it's like,
Okay.
oh, I'll just save it and grab something else. But
Yeah.
yeah, so you got that, and then on their video they said, oh, starting at 6 o'clock. they didn't open till 7, so they have a little private
God.
lounge. So, but which was fine. We were just hanging out, listening to the music, the concert, watching the
Yeah.
football game, just hanging out and that. So, anyways, a private lounge area in the back. We had a high top back table, whole bunch of comfortable chairs, and then they had the 2 screens. And they did at the beginning. So I walk in. Trey Mack, I love him dearly, because remember I freaked him out that one time in Kentucky,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
at the what was it? The other cigar thing.
Yeah. That one that yeah.
Anyways, so I come walking in and he's like, "Oh, wait, you stalking me? What are you doing here?" I go, "Dude, didn't Nick tell you
I
I was
did.
coming down?"
I
Yeah,
did.
yeah. He goes, "Oh, boy, this week has been horrible. I get home and I'm sitting down. I think I fell asleep talking to him." I go,
He
"Why don't you
did.
just quit talking to him?" And I go, "Well, he mentioned it then, and you were trying to talk me out of it because it was so far away." And he's like, "Oh," he had no recall of
Yeah,
it.
no. This whole conversation took place. I told him that you A wanted his number and B that you were going to be down there. He's like, "Oh yeah," but he's like, "But dude, he shouldn't." He's like, "He shouldn't go to that. That's like, with Miami traffic, that's going to take him forever to get from there to Weston." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, he says it's only half an hour, and he's like, "I don't know
It's
about
half an
that." And
hour.
it's like,
Yeah, on Saturday, because
"Oh,
you're
there you
going up
go."
75 and then cutting over. So, anyways,
Yeah.
it was fine. So you got to meet up with him. Let's see, the girls were there, and then Gusto, and they had their Southern Miami rep
Oh
there.
yeah. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. I
The
can't
monkey
remember.
boy, the guy that at the farm. So we were kind of giving him crap about that.
Oh
Um,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was good, and they had charcuterie out and everything, and then
Lots of
they showed.
charcuterie. This is good.
I know, lots of charcuterie.
I
So
like it.
yeah, so we had the movie and everything. They calmed it down. If you remember from the PCA, they had that AI cowboy kind of doing the narration.
Yeah, yeah. He was
They they
very,
they they backed that down, which I mean, and it flowed really good.
that's good.
Because remember it cut off right when he had the train wreck, the
Plain.
plane wreck. And that,
Yeah.
so they kind of smoothed that transition out. They did a really nice job.
Good.
Yeah. So, and then
No, I'm
afterwards
dying to
they
see
had,
the final product. I don't know when and where I'm gonna see it, but I'm dying to see it.
yeah, they didn't really say when they're gonna be rolling it out and that, but I imagine soon. I mean, it'd be kind of cool if they do these little special events and everything. So,
Hmm.
I mean, that'd be a nice little tie-in, because it was like, I get done and Marlene's like a little weepy, and it's like, oh, he's such a sweet old man, because he did a couple of nice shout outs to with the family and everything, what's important to him,
Yeah.
and then they focused on the cars, and and then they had the promotion with the car and stuff. So,
Yeah.
and then afterwards they did some drawings. They gave away Aladino humidor, the ashtray, the rug. And then if you didn't win anything, they gave away the little whiskey glasses, the
Okay.
Aladino one. So it was like, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, well, we have dinner." So they came out and they had salad and pasta and that. So yeah, it was really nice. So we hung out there for a little bit, and then it's like,
Very
"Oh,
cool.
we gotta get up." So it was a good little trip.
I like it. That's
Yeah,
fun. Just kind of
yeah,
go down, see a couple places you hadn't been, and you know. And what's
very
nice
nice.
is there's Hector and there's Treyback. It's like
Yeah,
you know
I
you know people.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, but Trey Mack, I think his ass was dragging a little bit. He looked tired.
Mm.
So
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yes, he had a
yeah,
week.
yeah. And then
So
so it was interesting, because he's like, "Okay, I know you're in Michigan. What?" And both him and Gusto were asking. It's like, "Well, where you at?" I go, "What's your local shop?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's Prohibition, I guess, 3 hours away in Green Bay, Wisconsin." And they're like, "Oh." So, anyways, come to find out why they're asking. They finally got a Midwest rep to handle like Minnesota, Chicago, and that. So they finally got a
yeah.
guy, and I'm like, oh, good, because they are not. They're not about,
Mhm.
at all.
Look, man, that's the thing. For some of these brands, like that we love and talk about all the time, they are, when you look at a map and you look at what shops they're in and everything, they are very regional in some cases,
Yeah.
Villiger is very heavy on the East Coast, but you get out into the Midwest and everything, it's like, yeah, there's not a lot. And so that's kind of why in some case they come to me, because it's like I can talk about them and kind of help increase
Get a little
the,
interest.
yeah, right, and everything else. And Aladino, everybody thinks is like, oh my God, it's this big brand, but like in the grand scheme of life, they do really well in some places, but like, and they're around a lot of places, like a lot of states, but there are some states where they're in like one shop,
Yeah.
and that's it, so yeah,
And the
there's
thing about the
still
local ties, and if you get a base
there's a
in,
lot,
you
yeah,
know, and like for Villiger, I think that it is 1888,
1888, yeah,
88. That little cigar for the price. Well,
right,
it's not a little cigar. I mean, it's a Churchill, and I mean that the dollar.
it's
You,
amazing.
you can't you can't really beat it, especially if you like Nicaraguan tobacco, I guess. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, but not even that, not even just that. Like, I mean, just even getting to the point of having the little exports, the little guys. These things are awesome for the price,
yep,
especially now when it's cold out and you only want to spend maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes having a quick smoke,
yeah,
I mean, thankfully, we were talking earlier about weather, it had gotten a little warmer today. I still have both my heaters running out here though,
oh,
you
yeah.
know. So anyway,
Yeah. I did have a huge screw up, I guess. So the other day, so we redid my garage, and we did epoxy floor, redid painted, and I still have all my cigar ashtray, everything's in boxes and everything. But in order to, I don't know, extend the life of the paint and everything, we have a private club that I'm a member of in Marquette.
is that where
So
you've been taking pictures? Because I've noticed you
yeah,
taking pictures and posting them, and I'm like, well, it looks awfully
where
fancy
is
for his
is
garage. I'm
Yeah, no,
like,
yeah,
okay.
it's an old storefront, and the guy bought the building private thing, and it's not bad. It's like $400 a year, but
I mean, if
and
you've got nowhere else, that's
well,
not
no,
a
I can
bad
always go to my
deal.
garage, so that's always
Yeah.
available. But it has internet, it has TV. I have a little area in the back. I can, if I need to do a meeting or something, So anyway, I was like, okay, I had my morning cigar, and it's like, okay, my big trip to Circle K, I'm going to go get my pop and then go off. I pulled out. I left the door open, the garage door open, and it's heated. So I have the, hot water heater with the fan that
Yeah.
blows. My wife's like, why is that shutting off? She came out, and it's like, I'm gone, doors wide open. I'm just glad nothing froze or anything, but
Oh
it was
no.
within an hour anyways.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's kind of crazy. You got to be worried about things freezing with that short of a time frame, though, too. But then
Yeah, because the
again,
other,
I mean, when it's cold, it's fucking cold.
yep, yeah, the other morning, what was it? It was I don't know, 2 degrees or whatever, and we're out.
Gross.
is- I was out on the ramp, and the wind was blowing. It was like just horrible. So I looked like what's his name from South Park? You could just see my
Oh,
like
you
going
see
on.
that? Holy shit. Dude,
Yeah,
I'm sure it's a lovely place when it's lovely, but man, that's that thing that I always have to ask you, like, what are you doing living there?
I know. Well,
You
that's why
got
you get
what
away.
you see, that's the thing. What you got to do is you got to have that as your like summer home, and then
Yeah,
you could have like a little place in Florida as your winter
yeah.
home. Then you could just go pop around at cigar events all
Be
winter
bopping
long.
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went to Miami last weekend, and this week we had some friends that moved out to Arkansas, so in Little Rock. So we're going to go out there for the weekend, come home, and then I'm less than a month away from going to Puro Sabor
Yes,
in
you
Nicaragua.
are. Yes, you are.
So
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 okay. So are you ready for that?
I think so. What was it when we were at the Aladino event? I'm like the guy that was sitting across from me, and it's like, God, he looks familiar. so the Great Smoke down in Boynton Beach, I'm like, I've seen this guy before. I go, have you been to Boynton? He goes, yeah, I used to manage one of the stores, and I worked the thing. I go, that's where I remember you from. So he was talking about the Perdomo tour and everything, and so he's going flying, or he goes into Manana, I think Manana, yeah.
Well,
Anyways, not
wow,
Manana is
whatever.
tomorrow. Anyways, he gave me some suggestions. Hey, stay at this hotel. Get this driver and go, to this steakhouse called Porterhouse. So he was giving me some a bite, and then a couple months ago, talked with Hank. What's the right way? I feel better now that the tariffs aren't going to go crazy.
Boy, I was
So
worried about you with all that. I'm like sitting
yeah,
back going like, oh, this is great timing for him. Let's have the United States decide to just bring the hammer down on Nicaragua right when you're getting ready to go. I was
where
like,
do you
are you
go?
even going to be able to get in? That kind of thing. So, but
So yeah,
yeah.
it's politics, but yeah. So really looking forward to that. Yeah, that's going to be coming up quick.
Well, make sure
So
you send some proof of life periodically, just
yes,
so that,
yes, the newspaper.
yeah, exactly.
I told my wife, don't pay. Just
Don't
it's
pay.
okay. Don't let me go. Let me
Uh,
go.
See, yeah, it's so fucked up. But and to be honest, I know that started under Biden, with the investigation and all that stuff and everything. But
Mhm.
I kind of feel like with some of the chest thumping and war drum beating and everything that's going on between us and Venezuela, I think that's kind of I think that's tying into things a little bit too. So truthfully, I'm hoping everything goes smoothly. You get in, you get out, you have a wonderful time, and we just kind of move on with life there. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So looking forward to that. And then we got the Great Smoke coming up in February or March. Anyways, yeah, just gonna keep on traveling as much as I can in the wintertime. And
Well, and then there's PCA in April.
yeah, well, that's so far away already. So
Is it though? I mean,
April?
dude, I am looking at my phone right now. It's standing up right here, and it's December 16th on my phone. That is 4 months from now. That's not that long in the grand
No.
scheme of life, especially when you take into account just how quickly everything. I mean, shit, half a month is going to go by like that between Christmas and New Year's, and January for me is always the month that just feels like it takes 6 months to get over with, you know. But if it's nice out, if the weather actually, if the weathermen are correct, and we might actually have a little, then because that's the thing that always makes January suck for me is the super cold. But
Mhm.
if we make it through January quickly, I mean, shit, man, PCA is going to be on us a lot quicker than you realize. So
It'll be good.
I need to look into the hotel and everything. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that last hotel, I mean,
oh,
I tell you, having that area out and
dude, that's where I'm looking again first is that hotel that we stayed at last time because it's just removed enough and that fire pit was great and everything else and
healthy
yeah.
now. We don't have to get the little rascal to take you back.
No, we don't. I was gonna say you don't have to worry about me dying on the way back. Yeah. Shit, man, I'm down what 70 from
Good
PCA.
for you. That is awesome.
So,
That
I
is awesome. How's your leg
plateaued the
feeling?
last month or what? What?
How's your leg feeling? Remember your knee was just
Oh yeah,
barking?
my knee was fucking hurting bad. Yeah, no, I'm doing a lot better. Doing
Good.
a lot of
Good.
walking, and it's been good. So yeah, no, I will be ready for PCA this year, and it'll be good. We'll have fun. But
Be
yeah,
good
so
time.
no, you got that coming up too. So it's like shit, man. You just have these cigar things just every month going on.
Try to. And then, so a couple, what's the last month, a couple of months ago, anyways, um, Cigar Authority was mentioning that they're doing the Tampa thing at JC Newman.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I went through and then I'm like, oh, I thought I signed up and I have a screenshot that you're confirmed. And I was like, what am I confirmed for? Did I pay the money already? I mean, that's bad. So I
Well,
have to
yeah,
figure
but
out.
but as I recall, you bought an extra ticket to that thing in Kentucky you were talking
Yeah,
about earlier
I know.
because you forgot that you did that. So like you just buy shit and then you're like, oh, I got to do
Oh, I'll
this.
just
And
plan
yeah,
for it. I didn't have it in my calendar. I just had the like the venue or the
when is that? Because that,
that's at the end of March.
yeah, shit.
Yeah. So I mean,
Oh,
it's
that's
like,
right,
oh
because that was their anniversary thing, and their anniversary is April Fool's Day. So yeah, it was timing
yeah.
out
So
with
it must
doing
have been
that.
end of March, beginning of April. So yeah, I gotta figure out that thing.
That'll be
But
fun too.
yeah, I think so. If I have a actual ticket, and then it says
Well, as I
confirmed.
recall, that was sold by JC Newman. You had to go to JC
Yes.
Newman's site
So
and you had to
I
buy
did
everything through them.
contact
So
seller and I'm like,
yeah.
hey, I'm the village idiot here, but did I pay for this or how did this come? So I guess I could go back and look at my credit card and that, but
Yeah.
or do you pay once you get there? So
I would suspect you probably paid at the time of
yeah,
getting it.
that's what I thought. But
That's just my assumption, but
yeah,
I don't know. So
yeah,
well, that'll be fun. That'll be exciting. And dude, I mean, you've been to Ybor, haven't you?
yeah, yeah, a couple
I
times.
mean, oh yeah. So I mean, hit up that and then you can go chill at King Corona or go have
Cathedral.
dinner at Columbia. I have not been to Cathedral.
Oh, it
So
it's worth the walk.
both
So
times I've been down there. The first time it was under construction. The second time, it was the after party for the Ybor Cigar Festival,
okay.
and it was just insane. And I was like, I am not putting up with that. Like, I have my tolerance of crowds, and like, it's like, no, this is gonna piss me off more than anything else. So, um, I think I ended up just back at Corona, sitting out with a coffee and watching the chickens go by,
Oh, okay.
which that's not a bad night. So
No,
yeah,
no. But the
so
cathedral is it's worth going to at least once. It's just
yeah,
a nice setup. It's kind of classy. I mean, I went in there and got a chair and ended up watching football and having a couple cigars. So
there you
it
go.
was worth the walk down. Yeah, it's like I don't know, 5 or 6 blocks from Ybor, kind of, but not
Okay.
too far. Not too
That's the
far.
only thing is that if you get too far away from that Seventh Avenue kind of area, Ybor can get kind of
Little,
sketchy, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
So that would be my only thing there is like you just gotta watch where you're walking. But it's
And the
it's
streets
like
are
any
wide enough, and
look,
it's
it's
a
like
neighborhood, but it's not
yeah.
the best neighborhood.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like any place, there are places you go, there are places you don't go, and you just know that. But as a tourist, I don't know that. I'm like, oh, Ybor City, but
Yeah,
it's basically like a street.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Was it 4 or 5 blocks down? And then
yeah,
you hit
it
that fifth block, it's like time to turn
it it,
around
it transitions very quickly again. Yeah,
very quickly.
very quickly,
Yeah,
and it's like, oh,
they have
time to
the
go.
greeters.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
the
like, oh,
greeters.
yeah, you're not welcome here. Uh,
Oh shit. All right. Well, let's do
yeah.
this now.
It's time for the Villiger Cigars Entertainment Report, brought to you by
Villiger.
Villiger Cigars, one of the leading cigar and cigarello manufacturers in the world, founded in 1888 and still family-owned and operated. Head over to VilligerCigars.com and check the store locator to find a shop near you that carries them. We guarantee that Villiger Cigars will be a wonderful addition to your humidor and cigar rotation.
Speaking of Villiger cigars, I am enjoying my limited edition number 51 here. It's very smooth, very, very kind of like it has a little creaminess to it. It's very nice, very nice.
Okay, so light medium.
Yeah, I would say very light medium.
Okay.
Like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are you tasting barnyard or weedy?
More weedy than
Okay,
barnyard. Not
okay.
so much. No real barnyard component
Yeah.
to it. So it's good. It's like if you, yeah, like cereal. Just kind of cereal, creamy cereal. So I don't know. Anyway, so
I
Villiger
made
Entertainment Report.
Yeah, go ahead.
What have you been watching?
So on the plane, I ended up watching, I think it's the newer Superman movie with the dog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It was all right. It was a little, I don't know. I guess I missed a movie or something. It's like,
Nah, this was the start. You're good.
okay, because it's like, okay, where did this kryptonite dog come from? I had
Well, sure, let me tell you all about it. No,
I know.
Crypto the Superdog premiered in Action Comics number, I think, oh God, was it 252? It might have been 252. But no, Crypto was his dog. And um, but they never really leaned into it because in the movies before because um it's I mean I'm sorry. Crypto first appeared in Adventure Comics 210 in March 1955.
Okay.
Anyway, so
And then
it's
apparently,
just kind of it's the cheesiness of comic books, and that was something the movies always want to be serious, and like that's what's kind of cool about James Gunn taking over the DC movies at Warner Brothers is that he's
mhm,
just like, he's the guy who did the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, which let's be
yeah,
real, there's so much fucking comic book cheesiness in those movies. It's like he's bringing all that to this, and I'm like, this is great. I'm like, give me freaking Crypto the Super Dog. This is awesome. So
I
yeah,
thought I missed a movie and like, okay, where'd the dog go? Then at the end, his cousin,
Supergirl.
the Supergirl, yeah,
Yeah.
comes in all oh, she's been partying on another planet, it's like, and then she goes, I'm come here to pick my dog up or something. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, where did I guess I didn't see Supergirl the
Well,
first time, so
the trailer for the new Supergirl movie is coming out, or it that just hit, and the new Supergirl movie comes out June, I think, of next year.
oh,
I think June of next year.
okay.
So yeah, so it's like, and basically it's gonna be a story of her kind of partying on like this other planet and like kind of like struggling with the fact that she's like living in the shadow of Superman and how everybody thinks
Uh,
Superman is perfect. And she's like, she says in the trailer something like he sees the good in everybody and I see the truth, meaning like recognizing that like some people can be shitbags.
yeah, yeah,
So I don't
okay.
know. I think it's fun, but yeah,
Okay.
it's
I
it's
just
been good.
wasn't expecting it, thinking back
They
to,
they threw you in the deep end of the pool with this one. They didn't
oh,
spoon
big time.
feed you. They didn't like, you didn't get the fucking origin story again and everything else. It's
Yep.
basically like, here, we're putting you right in the story. Pick it up as you go.
Yep.
And that's kind of how they ran with it. I don't know. So
So,
I
so
liked it
watch
though.
that. Yeah, I was just afraid I was missing something, but,
You were not.
they,
You were
yeah,
not.
good, good.
You can
Another,
always reach out to me. I will give you all the insight you need.
push up those boxes and
Superman.
get them. Yeah. And then to a contrast on that is been watching Landman series. I
Mm,
forgot which channel. I think it might be on Paramount.
Paramount, yeah.
So, and you're dumping. I listened to one of the episodes the other day. You're dumping everything.
I'm
All
dumping a
your,
lot of things. I'm not dumping
yeah,
Paramount though.
yeah,
I
because
I
it's cheap. But anyways, Landman, I just loving that show. I
there's
think,
plenty on there that I still need to catch up on. That's the
yeah,
other thing. Layman, for example, is one I haven't watched yet. I keep seeing the previews for it, and I'm like,
definitely. I mean, he is a really good actor. His wife in the show is super hot and just batshit crazy. So is the daughter. So, anyways, and that kind of
that
gives it
sounds
a
about
little
right because that hot to crazy ratio, you got to pay
that
attention to
that,
that.
that crossing, yeah.
Yep, you got to pay
So,
attention to that.
so and then I can't get back into Tulsa King. The new season's out. I
Yeah,
started watching the first one, and it's like, okay, well, I'll switch to something else. I just I don't know.
I I've seen the first season. I still haven't. I still need to go back and watch past that. I just finished the third season of Mayor of Kingstown
Oh,
on
okay.
Paramount, and there's a new season that's out. So I've got what 8 more episodes, and then I'll be caught up on that. But um, I like that show. I mean, Jeremy Renner is good in that, and um, I like the kind of the politics of like, you have the gangs, and like they have guys on the inside and guys on the outside, and the guys on the inside communicate like, hey, this guy on the inside's fucking with me. And so then
Mhm.
on the outside, maybe the two gangs go into war on the outside because of what's going on the inside and things like, and vice versa. And it's like, okay,
Okay.
this is fun. This is cool. And basically Renner's character is that he's there to kind of keep the peace amongst everything. So he kind of manages like the prison and the cops and the gangs
What
and
is he,
everything
like
else.
a parole officer, or what's his
He's
job?
just, they call him the mayor, but he's not the actual
Yeah.
mayor. It's just his like kind of, he just is a guy that just kind of knows everybody and fixes
Okay.
things. And
And
like, yeah,
what superhero was he?
he was Hawkeye.
Okay, with the bow and arrow, right?
Hmm.
Say, okay. It's like,
And then
oh,
he was in the couple of the Mission Impossible movies.
okay.
Um, yeah, but no, Hawkeye
Okay.
was the superhero one. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I on my list, because it's like
it's good. It's another one of those
It's a Taylor Sheridan,
exactly.
right?
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay.
It's
So he
another
has a
one of his.
recipe and it's just different.
No, you're dead on actually. Like when you watch like, his shows, they all feel very similar. Like, watching that and then going and watching the first season of Tulsa King, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is Taylor Sheridan." It's
Yeah.
like they have a definite fingerprint to them, you know. Um,
It's fine.
I
You
don't
like
know.
what you like.
No, it's exactly it. I also saw that I talked about in the last episode that I watched the Diddy documentary on Netflix that 50 Cent did, and I recently saw a news article that apparently there was a whole episode that Netflix basically was like, nah, we just want four. And so Diddy's gonna, or I'm sorry, 50 Cent's gonna be releasing a whole fifth episode on YouTube talking all about how supposedly, allegedly, for the lawyers, allegedly, Diddy may have impregnated Tupac Shakur's fiance after he died. So, oh yeah, no. Dude, 50 Cent has decided he's just going to just burn it all down and just put everything out there, and I'm here for it. I mean, this is
Yeah.
the most fun. Like this is like hate and just grudge, like it's like he's taking it to the like upper level here. I mean, this is like a level nobody's seen before, and I'm like, this is amazing. So, yeah, I'm watching it. I'm loving it because I'm just like, all right, you know what? And it sounds like Diddy deserved it. So, whatever. I don't care. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
And then, so are you taking a break from Bridgerton then?
I am taking a brief break from
Oh,
Bridgerton.
just wait
Um,
for this next season.
She no, that's the problem is there is another season. Apparently it's a series of books. It's like six books, and each season is based off of a different book, and each book revolves around a different Bridgerton kid. Because that's the family, Bridgerton. I thought it was the location. No, the location's fucking London, but it's the
Yeah.
family. And so that first season that I watched was all about the one daughter. Now, apparently, I guess we get into other kids in the other seasons, but no, there's this fourth season coming. And I'm thinking, well, shit, does that mean there's another two after that? But anyway, so no, in all fairness, I should be keeping up because they are going to keep coming out. Um, but no, Erica has since told me that I need to start on Queen of the South,
It's
which
an older show, like from what is it, 2018 or so?
she says it's amazing. I don't know. I've never watched it before. So um, I
I
guess this
watched the
woman like
first season.
runs drugs or something like that.
Yeah, right. It had an Ozark feel.
Okay.
Did you
I
ever
see
see
I've never
Ozark?
watched Ozark either.
Yeah, kind of falls into there, but no.
Mm.
But yeah, it
So
was funny because
I
we're
mean,
doing
definitely different than Bridgerton. So
yes,
yeah.
very much so. We're doing have you seen those by Fever, the Candlelight series?
I have actually.
Okay. So
Yeah.
anyways, for Valentine's Day, they're doing I think a Queen violin candlelight thing. We're doing that. And then just to let you know, I think I might have sent you it, but
Oh, you did.
Bridgerton is coming. They're doing a whole show in January. So
no, I know they've been promoting it to me here in St. Louis as well. So yeah,
okay, all right, just to let you know.
I'm fully aware. I'm fully aware. It's
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go on my own. Let's put it that way. And I don't
That's
know
right. I was just
timing wise if it's gonna work out to where I'm gonna have a guest and I'll have to go to it. But
yeah.
I don't know. So, but yeah.
Perfect. No, it's always fun because to admit to you, we've watched them all.
Oh,
So
you son of a bitch.
yeah. Yep. It's like
so you're
my
well
wife
aware
really,
of what I'm talking about
oh,
with this thing.
everything. I'm like, wow.
Okay.
He's doing a great recap on this, it just flowed nicely. He kind of recapped it, and I'm like, wow, he was paying attention.
Well, especially considering I didn't pick up on a lot of names. So it's like this guy, and I'm like I have my descriptives, it's kind of like, oh, there's the chubby redhead girl, and there's the like, it's like all these people. It's like, who are these people? It's like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Too
Oh my
fun.
God.
The other thing we did, we were out in Vegas a couple of weeks ago, I guess, when we did
When are you ever home?
We're not. I mean,
Okay.
I
I wouldn't want to be home with a foot of snow and freezing either, but that's
no. We went out and we did the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere.
Ooh, yeah.
It's a little pricey, but definitely do it for the experience and everything. But we did Edgar Allan Poe Speakeasy. It was like an old abandoned building. Went in there. They had a bar. They had, different Edgar Allan Poe stories where, they had actors and everything. And, they came around with a signature cocktail and it was pretty cool. So if that ever comes to town, definitely do that. So,
yeah. No, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about an actual speakeasy, like a bar. I was going to be like, well, if you like
it was a pop-up speakeasy, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was in a building downtown, off of Fremont Street on the end, and it was like I don't know, abandoned movie theater or something. It's where
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been on where the Heart Attack Grill is. It's like a building across from that, and you went up this
Okay.
escalator, and it's like, okay, there's nothing here, and all of a sudden you see, like a little ticket person way at the end, and so that was cool. So,
That's
but
neat.
they've been doing them all over the United States and stuff. So, just something
Okay.
different.
Yeah. No, for sure. I went to this tiki bar out there with
Yeah,
Noah.
same one, the haunted one.
It might have been.
It is.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we had dinner
in
at this one.
Chinatown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
So,
Did you
no,
go
that
during
was cool.
happy hour then to
Oh,
the
dude,
tiki bar?
it was fucking crazy. I
Oh,
mean, like we couldn't find seats.
we ended up going into the back room there, and I thought it was a great deal. They had half price apps up until like 6 o'clock, and then us being East Coast, it's like, yeah, let's
Let's
don't
go.
have to
Yeah.
worry about that. And then the cocktails and everything was like buy one get one type thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice
Oh,
promotion, but yeah,
that was
well worth
cool.
it for that.
Cool little place. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Vegas this year. So, like, TPE normally is in the end of January, and they moved it to March, and so it's like 2 weeks before PCA, and I don't have any interest in, doing Vegas and then 2 weeks later doing PCA. And to be honest, like, yeah, I know my budget's not going to allow for it because, PCA hits right at tax time. So I get to pay the tax man, right as the same time I'm paying for that trip. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to pan out. But to be honest, because it's so close, a lot of cigar companies are bagging out of TPE. So it's like,
No, a couple years ago, because that was going to be the new PCA's out
yeah,
and TPE is going to be it. And they were
yeah,
doing a good job with getting cigar companies to come in. And
yeah.
now I guess it's just really reducing down.
Well, you had the big four that bailed out of PCA, and then they
Yeah.
went over to TPE, and so then that kind of helped bolster it a little bit. And there was also enough time. There was January and July. So you had all this time in between that you could do this second show and make it a bigger show. But with them, getting closer together time-wise, it just didn't make any sense. And yeah, they've leaned really heavily into the blue carpet, the pot and various other kind of stuff at TPE. And now, shit, everybody's cracking down on the Delta 8, 9, 10, 13, whatever it is, and the drinks with the THC in it and everything else. You keep hearing about the crackdowns on that. So I almost wonder if some of the crackdowns are going to impact the blue carpet stuff to where at some point that show may have driven away the cigar stuff, and legislation and legality might drive away the blue carpet stuff to where it's like, do you even have a show left? So I don't know. It's interesting, but even with them, I will give them credit. They comp 2 nights of the hotel, for press, which is great. But it's not a 2-night deal. Like, I go out there on a Tuesday, I come back on a Saturday, so I'm still spending money on a hotel for Tuesday night.
2 nights. Where did they put you up at?
Last time I went was the Link.
Okay, so it's not
the most expensive, but it's not the cheapest either. But
and where do they have the show at?
The convention center. So you can take the little.
So you got the train.
You got the tram or whatever to take that. Yeah. So, which that's not too bad. I mean, $30 gets you the 3-day all you can ride pass, and everything, which is a hell of a lot better than Ubering it. Because, like, my God, back when I did that show and I was Ubering it, my bill just for Uber for the whole time I was out there was like $200+ dollars. So I mean, like, it was not a cheap show to go to. But at the time I wasn't, that was the only one I was doing. So it's like, I don't need to mess with that. But now that I've dipped my toe in the other waters, and I liked that little deal at New Orleans there, it was close and all those restaurants were right there, and it was nice. So I don't know.
And this year, no scooter.
No. I didn't have a scooter last year, by the way. I want that for the record. I could have used one, but I didn't. I just walked very slowly, and I gimped my way along. But I did not use a scooter. So there were other people that did.
Yes.
I did not.
You did not.
I did not. So, look, every once in a while you get wake-up calls in life every once in a while, damn it. Whatever. It's just, it was like, I'm just happy my kidney shit was under control by then, because if you remember, that was earlier. That was like March, and then all of a sudden, and then PCA comes along in April, and it's like, shit, man, that could have been a really rough go.
Yeah. Drink some cranberry juice, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. I have plenty of that shit still. So I bought way too much of it when I had that, so I still have a lot of it still in the fridge. It's like, it's still good, So anyway, all right.
Yes.
Well, we got one more bit of business here, and
It's time to fly high with Blackbird Cigars. Blackbird Cigars offers you remarkable quality using the most delicate and finest tobacco to always ensure that you're receiving unsurpassed cigars. Blackbird Cigars strives to give you undoubted repeating flavor for every cigar you smoke and impressive quality so that you can always expect greatness. Check out their website for a full list of stores carrying Blackbird Cigars and give them a test flight. Blackbird Cigars, can't clip our wings.
All right, so long before podcasts, audiobooks, or even widespread radio, cigar factories had something else to provide entertainment to their workers: a lector. Beginning in the mid-1800s, especially in Cuba, cigar rollers would pool their own money to pay someone to sit on a raised platform and read aloud while they worked. This wasn't background noise, it was education, entertainment, and cultural connection rolled into one. Lectors would read newspapers, both local and international, political essays, classic literature such as Dickens and Victor Hugo, philosophy, and social theory. For many rollers, often immigrants or working-class laborers, this was their only formal education. The unexpected impact on cigar culture came along through brands that literally owe their names to some of the things that were read in the factory, such as Monte Cristo was inspired by the Count of Monte Cristo, and Romeo y Julieta was named after Shakespeare's play. Rollers debated politics, discussed novels, and built a shared identity, all while producing premium cigars. Now, some factory owners did not like this because electors would often read labor-friendly or revolutionary material, which helped spark early labor movements, which as a result, many factory owners tried to ban lectors. Some governments shut the practice down, and in Cuba, the lectors survived, but under strict pressure. When Cuban cigar makers immigrated to Key West and Tampa, they brought the tradition with them. Ybor City became famous not just for cigars, but also for educated cigar workers. So sit back and listen with a Blackbird cigar and don't let anybody clip your wings. So
Oh,
there you go.
but I heard they were talking about that Monte Cristo, and I guess was a rumor for marketing that they made up.
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I get
But
this.
anyways, yeah.
AI gives me these. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah. No, it's a good little story. Nobody died. No.
No, nobody died this time. Nobody died.
Got hurt. So yeah.
Nobody died. Nobody died. So.
But did you die?
Did you die? Oh shit. Well, buddy, I appreciate you taking time out, especially sitting in your hotel room. This was nice.
Yeah, not be able to have a cigar. It's like I'll make it. I know Paul's probably really worried about me. It's like, am I having twitches? But no, it's not addictive. And
but at least your budget's under control. You're not smoking as much right now. So.
Yeah, because cigars that you get at events does not go towards the budget. No, because that's a event that you pay for, and it's just nice to get the cigars.
They're bonuses. They're the gift with purchase. You know, yeah.
So we're in the airport, and I get the emails, and they have everyone was doing their 12 days, and I'm sitting there looking. I'm sitting there before this. I tell Marlene, I go, okay, I'm done with buying any cigars until after I get back from Nicaragua. And so I was just looking to see what the deals were. Yeah, that's it. And then
that's the problem. You start looking at the deals and you're like, fuck, that's a good deal.
That's a really good deal. Oh my God, I haven't had that. Oh, okay, yeah. So I had my headphones on, and I was, like listening, trying to blocking out. We were in the lounge at the airport, and I get a little slap on the side of the head, and she goes, I thought you weren't buying anything. I go, no, I'm looking. It's like I don't eat everything on the menu. I can always just look to see if there's a good deal, but I did. What was when the 12 days I
will freely admit, I have been ignoring the 12 days emails. Okay. And this is probably not something Dave wants me to say, but I can't afford it right now. And I'm just, and I know those deals are really good. And so I'm just like, I gotta not.
It was buy one box, get one box free. So it brought the cost down to $3 a cigar.
Yeah. So, that would have been a good deal.
That was a really good deal because I mean they're well constructed, and it's a little milder than I like, but mix it up. I mean, I still have remember they getting rid of all the hammer and sickle?
Yep.
I found a box of wherever the Connecticut ones. So it's like, start working them into circulation. So
yeah, I ended up with a bunch of the Connecticut ones just because the ones I wanted, I was able to get some, but not
the Hermitage.
Not all to appeal that or take care of that deal. So I know I ended up getting some of the Connecticut ones during that. And I'll be honest, the Connecticut ones were just too light for my palate. And I gave them to my dad, and my dad fucking loved them. And he's like, I want more of those, and I'm like, yeah, too bad.
Yeah, sorry. I think those might be Davidoffs.
Oh, I don't know.
It'd be just with the blend and the taste and everything. So,
well, maybe. I mean, if that's the case, that was a really good deal.
So I told you my wife liked the little ones. Sorry.
Oh boy.
But anyways, you're sitting there. She goes, well, buy me 10 of those. I really like them. They're light and everything. They're almost like, I don't know, they remind me of the little Puros, whatever. Anyways, I took
Yeah.
like a drag out. So I got that. So we get to the other where the event was, and we're, of course, we don't bring our own cigars when you're coming into a
No.
lounge. And it's like, so we left those in the car and we're going through, and I grabbed a cigar and she goes, "Oh, buy me this tin of Davidoff late hours."
Oh God.
So you're looking at $10 for the little cigarellos. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I go, well, how about you try something else, because that's kind of a lot of money. And
Yeah. I mean, shit, those tins, I mean, you get like what, 6 for 5 for, yeah. I mean, they're not,
$55.
oh my God. Well, they've gone up since the last time I bought those.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, anyways, and I don't know if it's story because I haven't bought them. I'm like, I just buy you those other cigars. Just buy them. And so it tastes different than the larger format that she likes. She likes so it was like, okay, I go, see, you should listen to me. But,
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yep.
They like what they like, and
Yep.
you just yeah,
Yeah.
or in this case, they think they like what they like, and yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
well,
Learning experience, that different
she
sizes
should have
have
just gotten
different
one of
flavors.
the bigger ones instead of the 10 of the little ones.
Yeah, well, $30 for one. If it, and she still has a tin. So,
Oh, there you go.
and
Guess
4 cigars. So,
yeah, that she doesn't really care for though.
well, guess who'll smoke them?
There you go. I was gonna say, I know where this is gonna end
Sacrifices,
up.
So,
You'll bite the bullet for her. I see. I see.
yes.
Well, very cool.
All
Well,
right.
dude, well, I appreciate it. And
Yeah. Good
you know,
talking, catching up.
yeah, good catching up. You guys have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, dude, I appreciate your time.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Merry Christmas,
Thanks.
everybody. So.
And I really want to thank Shawn for taking time out of his night in his hotel room to sit and chat and talk for a little while. It's always good to catch up with him, and I look forward to seeing him at a future cigar event here soon. So, anyway, guys, I'm available on the socials at Instagram at the Cigar Pulpit. I'm on Facebook where we have the Pulpit Parishioners group. You can get in on the fun there. I'm on Twitter/X. You can watch this on Rumble and YouTube. And I do need your calls, so give the calls into the hotline at area code 863-874-0000. That's 863-874-0000. And also, I'm probably going to be stopping the nominations for Cigar of Parishioner Cigar of the Year here shortly. This episode comes out on Friday the 19th. Probably going to cut off the nominations. I'm thinking probably by Boxing Day, December 26th. So you've got right at a week to get your nominations in. So you can go to Facebook where we have a pinned post in the Parishioners group. You can just put your comment on there with your nominees for Cigar of the Year. You can go to, I think I put up a post on Instagram. I'm pretty sure I did. You can comment on there. And then, or you can just email me, nick@cigarpulpit.com. That's NICK @cigarpulpit.com. And you can send me your nominations. And then once the nominees are all compiled, I'll put together the ballot and you guys can start voting. Speaking of cigarpulpit.com, I am still, people can sign up for the newsletter. That's going to be launching in January. Head on over there. A little pop-up window comes up. You can put your email in there. It's free. You're only going to get it maybe once, maybe twice a month at most. And it'll be fun. So that'll be coming soon. So get in on the newsletter as well. Otherwise, guys, this has been a show. I hope you enjoyed it. And, I hope you have a good weekend. So this has been another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm Nick. Everybody, stay safe, stay smoky. Take it easy, everyone.